Welcome to Future Consideration, SB Nation's NFL Draft Show. We're talking draft grades. That's Dan Rubenstein. He's our college football man.
That's Matt Ufford. He's our NFL guy.
Indeed I am. We are talking about the NFC North and how they performed. Let's grade these teams.
All of the offense.
Starting with Detroit Lions.
Yes.
The big thing, Eric Ebron at number 10 overall.
Not a huge need. Our
pal Jerry Mallory of Pride of Detroit did not like it.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of those things where the Rams didn't need a defensive tackle in Aaron Donald, but what they did was makes that so formidable.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of what the Lions did on offense here. They've got a 6'5" tight end / wide receiver burner who, if you choose to double Megatron on the outside, you're leaving Ebron open in the seam. The quarterback, Matthew Stafford, is going to have no shortage of choices.
Absolutely not. I like that they addressed deeper needs. Kyle Van Noy was destructive as hell at BYU.
Angry man.
Jostling balls and ruining backfields. Travis Swanson will step in pretty soon. The center position for Detroit has gotten older and older. I like Swanson a lot. He was a consistent, productive player at Arkansas. I like him. They get Nevin Lawson to fill that corner need. Because that is a passing ass division.
Yep.
I don't know what passing ass means, but I'm going to stick by it. I like that they grabbed defensive tackle. They grabbed receiver with TJ Jones from Notre Dame. Decent enough. They don't have to sort of use a higher pick with him. I like it. I think Detroit actually did pretty well for themselves, especially on defense.
I think that they did a great job of balancing need versus talent, and deciding this is what we're going to be as a team, and really doing it. Fairburn gives them an A-, and I think A-.
I might go B+ just because I'm not thrilled with Ebron. Like, I feel like they needed more help outside linebacker in the secondary, but I still like this draft a lot. The Bears, all of the defensive needs.
Kyle Fuller was going to step into Charles Tillman's aging shoes.
Peanut.
They desperately needed help in the middle of the defensive line and got that with Ego Ferguson and Will Sutton.
And Will Sutton, absolutely. So I like those picks. Kadeem Carey, he's going to run angry for them. And Matt Forte
has been getting used heavily for several years now. Kadeem Carey's going to step in as a successor, possibly.
Yes, and a spell guy. He's not going to be counted on to be, obviously, with Matt Forte there. But yeah, David Fales, I feel like, could be a very good backup quarterback because here's what happens to Jay Cutler. He gets hurt all the time.
He does.
So I like him. They lose McCown, so they're building a quarterback depth there without spending a ton on Fales. I like the Bears draft, maybe even a little bit more than Matthew.
Matthew Fairburn gives him a B. I say that's a solid B+, maybe even A-. I'm
going to go B+. I won't go that far, but I like where your head's at.
Okay.
Everybody likes the Packers.
Packers, I think everybody agrees that they had severe needs and went at them very intelligently. The biggest hole for them was safety, and they got that with Clinton-Dix.
Yes, at a great value into the 20s. I like that.
Devontae Adams was the best of the 3 wide receivers they picked, and so Aaron Rodgers will not lack for wide receiver depth.
I like the Carl Bradford pick, even though maybe not necessarily a fit or a need, I should say just a need for Green Bay at this point, but I like him providing depth there as Green Bay's defense gets a little bit older.
Richard Rodgers steps in for Jermichael Finley.
Yep, Aberdaris I think was a huge steal. I think he's going to fit in real well in that Green Bay offense. So, I mean, Green Bay, I'm going to say A-, A. I think I kind of agree here.
Yeah, I'll give him an A.
All right, the last team in the division, the Minnesota Fighting Vikings.
Had a really good draft.
Yeah, they did well for themselves as well.
I think Anthony Barr at 9 is maybe
huge
a little bit
fit,
too early,
but a great fit for them.
But also they traded back for him.
Yes.
And that's a solid move right there. And they traded up to get Teddy Bridgewater ahead of the Texans. Very savvy move. I think you and I agree that Bridgewater was the best quarterback prospect in the NFL draft. To get him at the very end of the first round.
Big win.
Fantastic.
I like Scott Crichton, even though they've invested in the defensive end position.
At 72 overall is a great value.
Absolutely.
And David Yankee.
You like this one a lot.
Mahler at guard. That's a terrific one. That's going to extend Adrian Peterson's life just a little bit longer.
Anton Exum I like a lot. Both Virginia Tech corners very good. He and Fuller were both actually they were great last year. The Virginia Tech defense, underrated. They just had a bad offense. But in all, I really like this Vikings draft a lot as they move outside.
I think the Vikings might have had the best draft in the NFL.
Really?
Yeah, that's a solid A+, maybe.
Wow, I'm going to stick with the A- here just because, there's still questions about Anthony Barr as a complete guy and Bridgewater outside. We'll see, but I like this draft a lot.
There you go. NFC North draft grades. We like a lot of these teams.
Absolutely we do.
Let us know your thoughts.